everybody, welcome back. I'm a little bit nervous right now because literally everything that I've done in this truck right now has come down to this moment, and that is to show Grandma's truck to Grandma, and we're gonna give her another ride in this truck. I've gone and went through some engine stuff to get it, so I think we knocked out a couple issues. Stick around towards the end of the video, I'll go into detail on that. But I wish it was painted, because that is all we're lacking right now is a paint job. Everything else is pretty much, well, except for, you know, the last 10% kind of thing. But for the most part, it's done. Major transformation. It doesn't have a P-pump 12 valve in it anymore. It's got a P-pump 24 valve, and it's got a 6-speed manual transmission behind it. And, you know, all this effort was so that I could give Grandma another ride in her old truck, and I really wish it was finished. But, you know, we ran into those issues with the engine. You work with what you got, and Grandma's here right now. I want to show her the truck. I want to give her a ride in the truck. It's got a lot more power than it used to have. I'll say that, despite a couple engine issues that we'll work through today. I'm a little bit nervous, but just check her out. Major transformation. I'll put a photo of what it used to look like when the last time she saw it. It's got a new flatbed, new tires, wheels, 4th gen interior, new dash, roof liner, carpet, new door panels. It is blacked out a little bit, I'll say that much. So hopefully she holds together, and also at the end of this video I'll talk about what the plans are for the next engine that's going to go in this, if I don't perform a miracle on this one. So let's go show Grandma the truck. Come on now.
That is beautiful. You got one of those big pipes on it, don't you?
It's a little pipe. Watch out, something might fall out.
What?
My camera fell out over there. Hang on.
It did?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it went in the door. Look at that. I'm gonna put those on there just now for a reason.
You haven't put new windshields on it.
I know. I got to put a new back windshield in it too, but one step at a time.
I know.
We ran into some issues, but
That looks so good.
despite not having a paint job, it actually doesn't look too bad, huh?
This has been sanded. Oh,
No, I haven't touched it. Washed it off with a water hose.
Well, it was starting to peel anyway.
Oh yeah.
It did pretty good. I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Love it to pieces. Were those on there when I give it to you?
What?
The cracks?
Yeah. I had to wash off the windshield the other day so I could drive it around. I couldn't see out of it. It had so much junk on it, but even with, you know, Windex and all that, still. But I told you, same seats as the new truck.
What is that, Boone?
It's got a new.
This is different.
Yeah.
That one's the same?
No. That's a new one. They're both new.
Oh,
That's what I just put on.
I like those. Oh, that's what you put on.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you, sweetie.
Oh yeah. Thank you for all the memories in this truck. Thanks for not using it as a coffin.
I know it.
She wanted to get buried in this truck, and I said, no, we'll tell you we're going to bury you in the truck, but we'll put her in a Ford or something that we can, you know.
Well, everybody was, his
lose.
mom wanted it. Everybody was fighting over it, you know, and I thought, forget it. Sammy's one that gets it. He was so proud of he got to go with me when I got it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I even left the back seat in it too. That's one thing. So
You gotta have that for your memories.
Yeah. Back seat, I sat in the back seat, nothing weird. So when I was, what would I have been, 5 years old, I rode off the lot in the back seat of this truck with Grandma. Right here, looking out this window.
Yeah. People came to buy it, and he pushed the button. The salesman went and pushed the button where they couldn't look inside of it.
Classic. You got to find that remote so we can have that, because I wired that back in too. So we got the wireless entry and all that. But what do you think?
I'll find it. I love it.
What do you think about the black wheels?
I like them.
There we go. We're cool.
Why?
I had I don't have the same ones that are on the green truck. They were on this, and it I didn't quite like the look of it, so I found these and I thought I would try it. And
Yeah.
but look at that door. Remember I was talking about how the green truck, the door's shut nice? Still shut nice. You didn't beat it up that bad.
I put that one dent in it. Back in the Nella's daughter was directing me and looked somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, the bed was toast. Everything else, the cab was good. It just had that one door. But
So those are lights up there.
yeah.
And then what are all those gadgets in there?
Monitor the engine to make sure it's still
They
good.
look so much better with this one.
Right?
Oh yeah.
People are like, oh, you should have put the regular box back on it. I was like, nah. I ran that by you. You said it was cool. But see, it's got the, so you can fuel pressure, like engine temp on the exhaust side and boost, stuff that you kind of need. But these seats are heated and cooled too. Yeah. You see that purple truck over there? Same exact truck. I'm gonna have to sell that truck to buy a new engine for this thing.
Really?
Yeah. Don't feel bad. It's cool. That's why I bought that truck.
Oh.
It was either gonna be fixed up so I could flip
That
it.
one there?
Yeah. And buy a new engine, or I was gonna steal the engine out of that one. But we'll make yours right again.
And you're just gonna keep that and drive it around?
Yeah. I'll put it in a vault, one of the two.
Put it in the vault, that would be good.
You wanna take a ride in it?
Okay.
Yeah, it's there a little bit. I don't know what it is. It might be fuel related, or else we got a big engine problem, but that's why this engine's gonna be going. First thing Grandma says is, what's that tick, 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 tick? So we'll go up the road a little bit. It was puking oil real bad, but I fixed that problem. You hear it? There was another YouTuber guy, he had he bought a 12 valve and he driving it around and it sounded really bad. On camera it's not that bad for this one, but his was very bad. He drove it around for a while. I don't even know what happened to that truck. But we'll go up the road. Does it feel a little different than it used to?
Yeah. Looks like a truck though.
Yeah?
Like a truck.
I think it's comfortable.
You didn't put new shocks in it or anything, did you?
No. I haven't got that far yet.
Yeah.
She was like, it might need new shocks. The seats.
Huh?
The seats help. Having nice seats.
Yeah. That sounds good. It's that muffler, huh?
Yeah. It's just pretty much 4-inch exhaust minus the catalytic converter. It's got a muffler on it, so it's still kind of quiet. Where we're going, you don't need it. Just dirt, desert dirt, blowing on it. It's
Yeah.
like caked on it. We got 2 more gears, so hang on. If it didn't have that little tick, we'd be painted right now. It would be painted. The truck would be done.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna paint the same color though, huh?
I think so. I think it looks pretty damn good with this paint color on it.
It does.
With the, I was worried before with the black bed and the black bumper and the chrome wheels, it needed a little bit darker cab paint. But I think now that it's got those dark wheels on it, I think just this silver looks pretty damn
I
good.
think it looks real good.
Done with it. But I wanted to get you a ride in it now. Better late than never. And like I said, gotta work with what you got. Timing. You're here, we're gonna get you a ride.
This is fun. Nice.
I don't know if it's got twice the power that it had when you were driving it, but it's got probably, yeah.
I think it's got the power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd have to put my stuff on the gas before.
Yeah.
I'd hesitate. Why not?
I'm just gonna take it back down the shop, but What'd you think?
Wonderful, wonderful. Love
Look
it.
at
I'm glad it's yours.
that. She's
and not
nice.
mine.
It's not done. Yeah.
I'd get a ticket in it.
Yeah. I think it's still got a little bit of room for a little bit more power too. So
I think it's got a lot of power. A lot more than it had.
I looked over. I was like a light pole up the hill, and she was like, "Not bad." Doesn't feel like the same truck though, huh? How so? Just the sound, or?
The sound, and it's. I think the seats are, well, the leather is being different because they were softer or something. I like this, and it's just comfortable.
Tried getting the interior to match. Another couple months.
Then I can come down like then too.
Yeah. Boy, you have no idea the throttle response this old girl has now. Wow. It's such a shame that it's got that freaking little bit of a knock still. I thought I ironed it out with a couple of things, but Grandma noticed it. I didn't know if she was going to notice. Didn't really care if she did or not because, well, we got plans to, if we can't address it with this engine, well, we're going to go a different route. And I'll say that much. You guys kind of got the idea. I'm not accepting defeat. I'm going to do something I should have done initially. That's all I'm going to say on that. But what I had done for it dumping oil, it was dumping a ton of oil out the crankcase vent. Now the crankcase vent on these 24 valves is right here, right out the front of the timing housing here. So I blocked that off, and somebody told me to reroute it from here to where the P-pump would have been for a 12 valve, and that would have been on the tappet cover down in the back. But that's quite a project to swap that. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to try this on the cap because that's essentially the same thing. It'll just crankcase vent out of the fill cap and out the side, down at the bottom. And it stopped dumping oil. There is no oil dumping at all. It dumped a half a gallon of oil in the 3 minutes I drove it for you guys in the other video the other day. I don't know what the cause of that is, and but that cured that issue. Minor blow-by still is a issue in here, but it's not dumping oil like it was. And also the little cap that I had on my vacuum pump was fell off. So it still got blow-by. I'm not impressed with how the engine performs. Obviously, it still got the knock, but the little bit of a victory I had discovering why it was dumping oil, or just how to fix it from dumping oil out the front, because it was bad. That that was nice to figure that out. So it gave me a little bit more hope with this engine. So rather than just complete scrap it, I have not gotten an official quote from some guy named Drew on an engine. So until I get that quote and I have the heart attack when I get it, Grandma approves of the truck. I thought she was going to be happy with overall. She agreed to having the flatbed a while back, and that looked killer. I absolutely love that Great Northern flatbed on there. I've been wanting one of those forever, and it's nice to see one on a truck. And it's weird to say, but this truck was like the perfect candidate for the flatbed. The bumper is a little out of proportion. I might tune that down, mainly around the headlights, but it was for a 4th gen. I got a hell of a deal on it. But what brought it all together was them tires and wheels. And I'm happy I swapped out those. But want to talk about that purple truck up there. You guys saw me talk about that to Grandma. Same thing with the green truck. I bought the green truck for the engine to put in this. But I didn't have the heart to ruin not perfectly good truck, but a truck that had potential to still be on the road. And I'll tell you the truth, because Taylor, her main truck, her 12, developed a bubble on one of her tires, and it took us like a week to get new tires for it. She drove that green truck around the whole time. I mean, granted, I gave it to her and stuff, but it's like thinking that truck would have been gone. She couldn't have drove that around for a week. It served its purpose solid. It was a week and a half. She drove that truck around, no issues, no problem. Truck did great, and it was something that somebody's going to scrap. So that's neat to say that I brought it back to life, and I still use it. She uses it. The dog rides in it. It's all great. Love it. But then that purple truck, shopping for another engine since I didn't use the one out of the green truck before I found this one. Candidate to steal the engine out of it, but again, it's still a perfect, complete truck. Not perfect, I say that loosely. It's got potential to be perfect. And so what I'm going to do is this truck is going to go back to sitting on standby because I got what I wanted out of it right now, and is ask for Grandma to get a ride in it again. So there'll be many more rides to come, but I'm going to put this on standby. I'm going to tinker with the engine on here and there, but I'm going to put my attention to the purple truck right now. I just need to put a front end on that, repaint it, and everybody keeps saying they want to buy one of my trucks. Well, that purple truck will be up for sale. It is a 98 12 valve. If you're in California, I can figure out a way so you don't have to smog it, which doesn't matter anyway. It's easy to smog one of those. But it has a 5-speed in it. So extended cab, long bed, 12 valve, 5-speed. And I'm going to have it painted. And it's either going to be green, like the green truck, because I got extra paint on that, or it's going to be dark blue. But either way, it's going to be a killer truck. Looking forward to that. So comment below. Again, I'm not going to be giving that purple truck away. I've sold those before, and I know what the 5-speed trucks go for. It'll be going for what I want for it, or it won't be going anywhere. I got no problem keeping them. I'll just keep working and save up the money for the new engine. The new engine's gonna be mean. It's gonna be real mean, but yeah. So next couple weeks, tinker with this. Keep talking, I guess, to the camera. How many minutes we've been down here? 5 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Grandma approved of the truck. Hell yeah, brother. We'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Any input on the truck engine issue. Something new. It's not rod bearing. It's not main bearing. It's not piston pin. Something else. That'd be nice if we figured that out and we could leave this engine in there. That would be really killer. Dear Heavenly Father. Well, boys, you just witnessed the biggest money pit I think I've invested in on, a second gen. So I encourage you to check out VBeltandSon.com to pick up yourself a fresh hat and help me feed my addiction. Just kidding, helps the whole organization, V-Belt and Son. I'd appreciate it, but let's get back. Closing argument on this video. I wish it was done. I wish it was painted. I wish it didn't have a tick to it. But Grandma got to ride in her truck again. Now, it's been 5 years since she rode in that truck, so that was a good moment right there, and I'm very happy to have made that happen. Sooner or later, it's going to be painted. It's going to have no more knock to it. But let's talk about the knock, because my final ditch effort for this engine is I ordered some injectors from Power Driven Diesel. I got a set of 50 horse injectors coming that are set to the correct pop-off pressure for the P-pump swap 24 valve, and I got some new connecting tubes. So we're going to rule out the fueling issue. The reason I get hung up on this, now the knock could be fuel related or it could be mechanical, but we're going to rule out the fuel, because the reason I keep going back to that is because I had this said it before, 3-cylinder Yanmar injection pump. It was very barky for a 3-cylinder, surprising, revved up quick, but it had a really mean knock to it. Ended up being the second nozzle on the injection pump was stuck wide open. So it was always wide open throttle, making it rev up quick and good, but it had a knock because it's fueling too much at the wrong times. And yeah, so we fixed that and I've cleaned it up, ran perfect. So if that cleans this one up, yes. I bench tested these injectors that are in the truck. Their pop-off pressure is correct and all that, but we might have a bad injector, we might have a bad connecting tube, we don't know. But we're going to rule that out, install new ones. My buddy Roland's coming to town from Texas next weekend. Hopefully we can knock it out then. Hopefully the injectors show up by then. But if that doesn't do it, then the engine's coming out. The correct engine is going back in it. And I got my quote from Drew. We got some wiggle room on a couple things. It doesn't need to be a race truck. I think I'm going to have to back down on the horsepower expectations on the new engine. But nevertheless, I'm looking forward to work with D&J and get that ball rolling if we can't save this engine. But well, that's all I'm going to give you guys right now. Like, comment, subscribe. Say something positive for Grandma. Compliment her some way, because she is a legend. We'll see you guys on the next one. Again, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys later.